What's up, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between? It's your boy Kentama Sensei here today to bring you One Piece chapter 895, Luffy versus Katakuri. Now, this was just a fight in the chapter, so it's pretty straightforward. But the first thing I want to talk about is Snake Man. So when you look at Snake Man, he just has haki on his on all of his limbs, none on his torso, his head, his neck, or back, or anything. He just has all of his haki focused on his arms and legs. So well, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, okay, this is going to be a speed form. And Luffy even said it. I'm using this form to be much faster. And I'm thinking that Luffy is using this form to even out the observation advantage that Katakuri has, because Luffy is approaching that level, but I don't think he's fully on that level yet. And he's bridging that gap with his speed. So, Luffy uses his Jet Cavern, which was, I think, the main move he used this fight. And Katakuri stated that his punches were increasing in speed as they were going along. So that's the main reason why Luffy never hit Katakuri straight on. He always went by him and then went around his back, and then hit him from the side. I think another reason for that was that he was just surprising Katakuri, and it's kind of crazy that he was surprising him because Katakuri has future sight. But I guess that his Luffy being able to see faster, being able to see the future a little bit better, was able to bridge the gap and stopping Katakuri from being able to dodge his attacks straight up. But once that Katakuri got got the gist of Luffy's attacks, he was able to dodge it better. And another thing I noticed was that his entire fighting style changed. He went from using his floating donuts to just turning himself into a donut basically and twirling around and using that momentum to flow into his Dice Mochi. And then he hit Luffy. The first time he hit him, he knocked him straight down to mirror hell, and Luffy was like, oh man, this stuff hurts. He let go of all of his emotions because he's been focusing this entire time on growing his observation haki. He's been focused this entire time on Katakuri and trying to fight him, trying to find a way to get better. So Luffy once he was down there, he felt safe enough that Katakuri was going to come down there and continue to pummel him, to just talk and just be like, okay, just exclaim every emotion that he had and just like, okay, now I'm good. Let's get back to the fight. That's one thing I really liked. It really showed that Luffy wanted to say things and wanted to show his emotions, but in order to fight, you have to be calm. And I guess that's why Katakuri is always so calm, because he's always focused on his observation haki. He's always focused on looking into the future. If he's not calm, if he's just being, I guess, himself, he's not at a point to where it's fully autonomous, fully subconscious, and able to just do it while just doing whatever he wants to do, like laying on his back eating donuts and chilling. But yeah, so Snake Man really evened the playing field between Luffy and Katakuri, because like I said, Katakuri had, in my opinion, still has the observation haki advantage, but Luffy's speed is equalizing it. And either he's right at that level or a little bit above, or he's somewhere near Katakuri. I don't know exactly where. We'll see after the break. And this fight is like, they switched up the game, because he made it to a point where Katakuri could win and protect Luffy, or Luffy could win and protect Katakuri, or Luffy could win and just escape. Be like, hey man, that was a good fight, but I gotta go to my crew. We don't know how the fight is going to be. It could be a double KO. They could just be knocked out for 30 minutes or so. I don't know exactly what time it is, because I don't think he showed the time, but it was 12:05 at the end of the last chapter. So if he's out for 30 minutes, he has enough time. He has about, 25 minutes to get up and get his bearings back and hop out and fight everybody. And and everything. I don't know what that was. But but yeah, so let me talk about the differences, because I was talking to a couple of people about this chapter, and they were like, what's the point in even having Bounce Man or even having Snake Man when they're basically the same thing? But so let me just point out a couple of differences that I've seen. And Snake Man, obviously Luffy has less air, and we have seen that the amount of air that Luffy puts into his body equals the amount of weight, which in turn changes the amount of power he has in his moves. So Luffy substituted his power for speed by using less weight, but he increased his speed to increase his power using his momentum and force, the momentum and force of his punches to make his punches stronger. So it's not that big of a power difference as much as it could have been if his punches weren't continuously getting faster. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is the final form of Gear 4. I do not think that this is the final form. A lot of people are saying that it is, but I think that the final form will be a form called Bullman, which will focus entirely on power. And that is what Luffy's going to be using to fight Kaido and Kaido's commanders. Because he needs a form that is strong enough to have continuous power instead of just King Kong Gun, because you can't just constantly use King Kong Gun on everybody, and I don't think Kong Gun is going to work on any of the strong commanders. It's just going to be like, okay, just like how it was against Cracker. So I found this picture that was that had the form of, I mean, not the form, but it had different animals. I think it was just a cover story. I mean, a colored page, but it had 4 animals. It had a lion, snake, elephant, and a bull, and that's why I'm basing it off of that, because if you look at the lion is all around powerful, so bounce man. If you look at the elephant has supposed to have good defenses, I guess. That's tame man, and then the snake man, like that's automatic. And so the last one is bull, and I think bulls are known for their power. They're known for just being able to charge and break through everything, and not ever just keep going until they want to stop. So I think that's how Luffy's going to be. It's going to be I think it's going to be a top-heavy form, even more top-heavy than Bounce Man, and it's just going to have a lot of power. Like I think every punch will be equivalent to or around the power of a King Kong gun, and he'll have a move even more powerful than a King Kong gun in order to take on Kaido and his subordinates. But yeah, that's everything that I have. If you have any comments, questions, or anything, just let me know. If you have anything to say about what I said, just let me know. Give me a like if you liked it. Subscribe, please. I'm trying to come out and make my videos better than this. And I'm also trying to have live streams with other One Piece fans. So if anybody is interested, just hit me up and we can have a discussion. I have a lot of things I like to discuss. I'm coming out with another video pretty soon about Aura and Haki and the differences and similarities between it. Because Aura and Haki is not the same thing, but I think a lot of people get them confused and misconstrue what they are. But yeah, that's it. So be positive, be easy, and have a great day.